Yo, what's good? This is Twiggy. Apologies for the camera, it's dark as fuck, so I've had to make it look all weird so you can actually see me. But today I'm gonna show you just how to make beats that rappers actually want to get on. So what rappers will tend to do is just click through beats fast. So you want to find, if you're cooking from scratch, you want to make sure it's a really catchy melody, or if you like using a loop, just make sure you find one that you think could catch their ear. It's a complete gamble, everyone's different, but just try and research what's popular right now in terms of like melodic stuff. What kind of melodies and instruments people are using at the moment. Go and listen to the artists' songs, go listen to all of them so you can get a feel for what they want. And most rappers don't like when there's a lot of sounds going on at once, which I think a lot of beat makers tend to make the mistake, especially when they're new, is they think more sounds is better, but it's actually the opposite. Less is a lot better. It gives the artist more space to flow on and stuff. So I've pulled this loop up anyway, 180 BPM. So I'm just going to cook up with it, and keep in mind that we want an artist to get on this, so we're not going to make it super complex. Just gonna get the MIDI information. Pull this over here, quantize it. Don't have to quantize it, but I just do. Pull it up so it's definitely in. So it does. It can get if you're making beats that are gonna accommodate newer, the new trap sound, like Dro Kenji, Juice WRLD, the Baby, anyone, pretty much all, new rappers. It'll be this 90% of the time it'll be the same clap, most likely same hi-hat. This is a perfect example. So yeah, that is literally these drums. Whoops, I didn't pull the clap in. We're gonna get, I like to use a kick still. It's just preference. A lot of people don't really use kicks that much anymore, but I think it helps the beat kind of like have that roller coaster up and down effect. I find that a lot easier to do with a kick. Then we're just gonna get. So drums wise, like I said, you want to keep it simple. We've just got 2-step with a few little rolls here and there. Your simple clap, open hat on the downbeat, basic snare bounce, and the 808s are just following the root notes. So we're just gonna send this into the mixer now. This beat's done. Just gonna mix this quick. So a lot of, well, not a lot, but it's quite common to find reverse 808s nowadays. So you just, the easiest way to do it, I remember when the box came out, people were doing like, we do a lot of like really short ones and then change the velocity, but just duplicate the 808. It doesn't work with longer 808s, you have to have like a short one. Press reverse, adjust the length, and then just put it in. Whoops. So because this next note is a G sharp 5, if we bring it up an octave, it's going to be too high. So it sounds weird. And if you So it's not going to work in this beat, but it was worth a try. So now I'm just gonna arrange it. I keep my arrangements pretty consistent. Excuse me. Pretty much the same every beat, because unless I can hear something that I want. Because a lot of the times a rapper will either buy a beat or pick a beat off you, and then most of the time he'll want it changed in the arrangement in some way. So it's good to keep the arrangement simple. Don't have like a million different clones of like the loop or the melody and like loads of different drum patterns and stuff, because when you have to come back to arrange it differently, it's just a mess. So it's kind of like, what's the best way to describe it, or like to compare it to? Can't really think of anything, but like you're gonna send them, it's like a clean, like everything's there, but it's just kind of like a base version, and if they fuck with it, that's fine. But if it needs to be changed, then it can be easily changed. So what I usually do is I'll actually arrange the loop first. I have it in this kind of, it's just for my own, so like intro and then hook, verse, break. Just have it all in their own separate lane, kind of. You can do it however you want, but that's just how I like to do it. So my usual arrangement is, if I have a kick, I'll take it out and take the open hat out, and then paste it, and then remove any extra percussion, and then I'll just bring in a basic riser and stuff, just little ear candy things just to make it sound a bit fuller. Just gonna get a crash. I always have this like drum roll and breath effect in all my beats. I've just used it for quite a while now, and it's kind of like, I'm trying to make it my own thing. Like, oh, if you hear that, you know it's one of my beats. Then we're gonna add the tag, which will go. Actually, what I'm gonna add is, I'm gonna add this, make unique. This one's already lower, right? Now, what would this sound like pitched down? Just testing. That's fine. So it goes here. Boom. My tag's really easy to time, so I'll find out where it's gonna hit, and then I just have to have these on like the correct bar, so it's in time. I don't have to stretch it or anything like that. Just gonna take some low end out of it, put it quite quiet because it's super loud. And then lastly, what we're gonna do, you don't have to do this, but I think it just makes the beat sound better, is just make a automation clip on the EQ for the low end of the melody, and wherever the 808 isn't, just take it off. Then so like the best way to work is to just work in one section like this. So we've got intro, hook, verse, break, all you have to do is play around with this. Once you've got this part perfect, you just copy paste it twice or 3 times depending on how long you like to make your beats. Because it's not going to change much after that, as long as you just focus on getting this section down as you want it, and then you just copy and paste it. You know, people get kind of overwhelmed because like a full beat kind of looks quite big, like, but it's just copy pasted. So that's good. So I'm gonna actually cut this EQ, so then when I copy and paste it, it doesn't like mess up or anything. Now, because of these sound effects, I have to drag this back a bit. I used to make my beats like 2 minutes long, but if the rapper wants to get other artists on it, like a feature, like 2 or 3 people, it's gonna need to be longer. So you may as well just make it longer in the first place, so you don't have to go back again. And then finally, we're just gonna create an automation clip for the volume. You don't have to do this, but it's a finished beat. Because if the rapper doesn't want to, like, if he doesn't want to spend the time waiting for arrangement changes and different changes, just make the beat as if it could be played as a song. So when I'm making beats fast like this, that wasn't that fast, but it was pretty fast. I arrange the same every time and add the same sound effects for the most part, unless like I said before, I can just hear something in my head that sound good. Because I'm just trying to make these as quick as possible, because especially, you know, I've got a few rappers that, you know, want beats quite often and different styles and all this. I have to be fast, so I do the same arrangement every time, so I don't even have to listen to it. I just do it, and it should be good. So that's how to make beats that rappers are gonna prefer. So I'll play the beat. Peace.
Twiggy.